By the end of this lesson, I'm going to have you jamming in 12/8. 12/8 is a time signature, and any time signature looks a bit like this, where you have a number on the top and a number on the bottom. So the top number tells us how many beats we have in a bar or measure, and that tells us we have 12 beats in a bar. And the bottom number always tells you the type of beat. There's an 8 there, that's eighths. So we have 12 eighth notes in a measure. I'll explain what this means now, because this is everything. If you can count and feel in 12/8, you can really play anything. We'll get to that at the end of the lesson, but we have an underlying feel of 4 beats, as you do with 4/4, which is probably the most common time signature of all. So you have this, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. However, unlike 4/4, where each beat is divided into 2 like this, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, in 12/8, it's divided into 3. The fancy term for this is quadruple, because you've got 4 beats, and compound. That means that each beat is divided into 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you hear that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The clue is often in the drum beat. Listen to this. Can you hear the hi-hat? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Never ever count like that. It's going by too fast. So as ever, you tap your foot or you nod your head and it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And you've just got to be really secure in your subdivisions. I have 5 bass lines that you can download below. Let's go through all of them. They're notated E minor, the chords anyway, G, A, basically ripping off an excellent 12/8 song, which is Higher Ground by Stevie Wonder, and the Flea Chili Peppers version is great to listen to as well. We have this, we have a dotted quarter note all the way through here. I'll play it first and then explain it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Sounds quite like Green Onions as well with the drum beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. As we progress through the lesson, I'll teach you how to add some fills and to embellish and to improvise your own thing. I'll also switch from this minor higher ground kind of a feel and sound to a major key as well, so stick around for that. Each of these notes is a dotted quarter note. So when you see a dot next to a note in music, it just tells you to add half the value on again. So the note value of a quarter note is just 1 beat. So the dot says add half of that on. So each of those is 1.5 beats or 3/8 notes. And that's that hi-hat thing. Each one of those notes lasts that amount of time, 3. So if you're tapping your foot, you just don't really need to do much more than play on every beat. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We do have that feel going, and that becomes relevant for the next line, which is exactly the same, except we have this. So we are playing the 3/8 notes in that second beat. So E, and then E, E, E. If you don't read music, by the way, E is a really easy note to find. It's the lowest note in pitch on a 4-string bass, and it's the first note that's off the 5 lines, which is the musical staff, with a line through it. It's quite visually easy to see that that's an E. Then we have G, A with the drum beat. 2, 3, 4. As you're playing through this, you can also download the drum beat, by the way. You'll come up with your own rhythms. This is another good one where we have a quarter note followed by an 8th note. So all of that comprises of beat 1. So if you're counting like this, 1, 2, 3, those are your 3 8th notes in the first beat. The first quarter note lasts for 2 8th notes, and then that third one, the second note, sorry, is the third eighth note. So it's da, 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 da. So just playing that first rhythm, round and round again. 1, 2, 3, it'll be this, 4. You've probably heard that sort of feel before. We have a rest in the second beat, and that's that funny squiggle with a dot. So that's a dotted quarter note rest. So it's dun, da, rest, ba, 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 ba. Same rhythm throughout with the drums. 3, 4. Let me go to the next lines, roughly the same. Moving slightly more into the realms of improvising now. I'll just play that isolated, that fourth line. That second beat. So your foot comes down on beat 2, da, 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 and you're catching the third of the 3 eighth notes. So just to re-emphasize the point, you're always nodding your head, you're always aware of where the beats are, 1, 2, but you're thinking 1, 2, 3. So you can hit the first one, the second one, or the third one. You can make any rhythm up. The last rhythm calls to mind the sort of Master Blaster Stevie Wonder pentatonic run type thing. Master Blaster can be viewed as 4/4 with a swing feel, and 4/4 with a swing feel and 12/8 are very, very similar. But when you're hearing 1, 2, you're really hearing that there are 3 eighth notes in every beat. It's 12/8 to me anyway. Let's do that last one. That's the first bar. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just a straight load of eighth notes there. Slowed down. You can play the A on the 5th fret of the E string. It's a bit easier to control. Then you've got G, A again. Same thing, play the A on the 5th fret, E, or the open string A, up to you. That's the second bar. That's just running down an E minor pentatonic scale. And I want you to memorize that, because those notes will help in improvising. I'll put the drum beat on now. I'll try and keep things fairly simple. I'm going to stick to the E to the G, A progression, but maybe inject a few of those notes to link it up a bit more. Towards the end, I was ignoring the pentatonic and trying to just place rhythms in different places. And you'll get lost if you're not feeling the underlying thing going on. I don't count it as, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's too much to say or to feel. I just tap and I'm just thinking every time. And you can do things like this. So 1, 2, but you can do a note after the beat lands. I quite like to do that. So I'll have to never do this when you're playing. I'm just trying to illustrate the beats. So it's like dun, dun, but, bum, but. This is way more useful, I think, than learning the minor pentatonic scale down here. Here I've just got fret 5 and 7 of the E and the A and the D strings. All of those notes are within that scale. And if you're playing an A anyway, which we are, you're sort of in that position. Let me slow that right down. So frets 7 to 5, the A to the G on the D string. Fret 7 to 5, the E to the D on the A string. And then B, A, same fret, 7, 5 on the E string. I'm using fingers 3 and 1. Slide down to G and the open string E. Those are all the notes you need. Let's do some Flea-inspired slap now with the same idea. And this is higher ground now. We've got, I think, Nate Watts' original bass line. Is that a D, slide to a B on the 7th fret, back to an A, G. And Flea's bass line, I would need to listen to this. It's something like, it's not that, but it's octaves, E, G, A. Okay, there, I'm just really trying to zone in and relax, and I felt myself rushing there. That's real-time practice, what I'm doing there. Obviously, I'm not going to bore you with what I would do, but I would just stop, relax, play again, and just breathe more deeply to relax myself so that I don't rush. That's what I always find myself doing when I'm slapping. So that would be a great exercise to just relax into the groove. But do you hear how 12/8 just gives us a completely different feel? It lends itself really well to that funky type thing. I'm going to change now to a different key. So just to recap, you have those 5 lines on a PDF that you can download just to get the basic foundation of the rhythm down. You can mix and match the rhythms and stick to that. But here, to get away from the higher ground feel, I'm going to stay in E, but I'm now going to go to E major. I'll improvise something. I'll tell you what I'm doing. This is in any key, any time signature. This is a really great thing to be able to do. 3, 4. Could go on forever doing that. So E major now. That is the E major scale, and I was just hitting the different root notes of it. I'm not playing chords, but so there's E. Actually, now I'm doing E major pentatonic. It's a really great set of notes to link one root note to the next. So E, F sharp, G sharp, frets 2 to 4 of the E string, and then frets 2 to 4 of the A string, B, C sharp. And that's the note I was ending up on, C sharp. F sharp to B. So that's E, that's the 1 chord. 6 notes up is the 6th chord, C sharp minor. We're just playing roots, we're not worrying too much about anything else for now. 2 is the F sharp, 5 is the B. A very common chord progression, and all I was doing, and what you can try as well, is just to play root notes and then link them up using the E major pentatonic scale. It's just one thing to do that sounds good. I'll do it again. I used a couple more notes, the E, F sharp on the 2nd to 4th frets of the D string. It's beyond the remit of this lesson to go into the underlying arpeggios on this, but I have a music theory course, if you're interested, which teaches you all of that harmony in lots of different keys, and harmonic minor, melodic minor, and loads more, including more different time signatures. So I'll put a link below if you're interested in that. To really get your ears around the 12/8 feel, I've got a listening list for you. So we've got The Way You Make Me Feel by Michael Jackson. That's a classic 12/8 bass line there. Higher Ground by Stevie Wonder. We've talked about that. Hold the Line by Toto. Amazing song. And Since I've Been Loving You, a very slow Led Zeppelin's blues rock tune. Listen to that and just try and find the beat. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're going to hear 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to hear each beat subdivided into those 3 eighth notes. That's what it means to be 12/8. Then all you need to do is just get used to it. Play my exercises, listen to those songs a lot, and listen out for it in other songs. I hope you enjoyed that lesson. If you did, please like and do subscribe to the channel. Loads more lessons like this coming. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.